So as we begin to learn the basics of body awareness, all we really need to do is understand those two words, body awareness. Because literally all we're doing in this practice is paying attention to the body. But we need to understand what the word awareness is referring to. And the key difference between how we use this word in ordinary language, I'm aware of that, it's in my awareness, is that when we practice body awareness, what we're talking about is not thinking about something or understanding it conceptually, analysing it, pulling it apart. We're literally just talking about feeling it, being aware of it. Because the truth that you'll discover through this practice is that you are that awareness. And that when you direct your attention towards the body, then straight away some of that attention moves away from thought and we start to experience this moment directly. So I'd like to begin our practice together now. And so I'd suggest that you find a quiet place, or if you're out in public, that's fine. But you may want to close your eyes and just feel the breath coming and going. Just feel the breath coming in, feel the breath going out. Notice where you feel that. And notice that we're not talking about thinking about breathing, but just feeling it in the body. Directing attention to the sensation that comes as the air goes in through your nose or mouth. Directing attention to the feeling that comes as the lungs expand. Chest moves, shoulders move, body moves to accommodate the breath. And that feeling as the breath goes out once more and the body just gently moves that air out into the world. Really feel that, really feel this breath. Comes so sharply into it that even the last breath is of no importance. But the next breath is of no importance. And notice that you can't think and feel at the same time. You can't be lost in thought and feel your breath. Because once your attention is drawn into that stream of thinking, the body, awareness of the body disappears. It's like the body's not there in that moment. There's only the story. And on the other hand, if you're feeling the breath right now, feeling this breath, then thought can't take over, it can't steal your attention while you're doing that. So this is what I often call breath awareness, just feeling the breath coming and going. And it's a lovely way to just draw the attention inside the body. And what I'd like you to do now is to keep noticing those breath sensations, but just expand your attention until you can feel your entire body at once. And I find the easiest way to do this to just close my eyes and just see if I can feel where my body is in space. Feel the boundary of the body without needing to move or open my eyes to see where it is. I can just feel where the body is now. I can feel it sitting in this chair. I can feel the breeze on the skin, feet against the ground. And if I just continue to direct attention to the edges, the border of the body, then pretty quickly I can just sense the entire body at once. So as you listen to this, close your eyes if you can, or if you can't, open them, leave them open. If you're out in the world somewhere, just see if you can feel the outline of the body without needing to look at it or move it in any way. Just feel the whole thing. And once you've got that whole body awareness, and continue to feel it, and just notice the air, the breath coming in and going out. So where our attention was narrowly on the breath before, now we're feeling the whole body and noticing the breath as it moves in and moves out. Noticing the way that the body moves, noticing the sensations that brings, and just noticing that within this space that is the whole body. So it's like our camera, our attention you imagine that zoomed in on the breakers at the beach, just noticing the place where the waves break. And then just zooming that camera out so that you can still see those waves breaking. You can still experience that. But it's within the context of this bigger ocean, this bigger space. And of course, our attention will get diverted. Of course, we will move into thinking instead of feeling. And that's part of this practice. It's normal. It's to be expected. It's a necessary part of this movement that's happening. And as soon as we become aware that our attention is lost in that world of thinking, all we need to do is come back to this sense of the whole body, with the breath just coming in and going out. It's like the tides. And if you've got your eyes closed, try opening them now. And just seeing if you can still feel the entire body, feel the outline of the body with your eyes open. There's more inputs now, there's more happening, more that you're aware of around you, outside the body. But see, can you still feel the body? Is it still there? Can you still feel the outline? Because when we can move through the world with this awareness of body, even if it's for a few seconds here and there, it's an incredibly powerful practice, an incredibly powerful way to ground ourselves in this moment and to free ourselves. Of the past and the future. So with eyes open, can you feel, without looking, can you feel your feet, legs, body, arms, head? Can you feel the breath moving in and moving out? And can you allow the natural movement, the natural flow of thought to happen in the same way as the breath? Thought comes in, stays for a moment, and then it goes out. And then another, and another. holding on to thoughts is like holding our breath. They go stale. It's like the air goes stale in your lungs. And it starts to feel uncomfortable and stressful, upsetting even. But when the natural flow is there, and thought isn't a problem in any way, it doesn't need to be got rid of or controlled or changed. It's just another form of energy that's coming and going in this empty space that is that awareness. So let's pause there. And for the rest of today, just see. Whether once or twice, or 3 or 4 times, you can come back to feeling the entire body, feeling the breath move within. And allowing that awareness of body to draw you back into reality, back into the present moment. And just enjoy that. There's no need to worry about getting lost in thought, however often it happens, because we're on the path together. And you know now that you can come into the now for 1 second or 2 seconds. And so we've got a platform to build from. So just keep coming back as often as you can. And remember that whatever your mind may say, those 1 or 2 seconds of reality represent your awakening into this moment.